Hi, sweet friends, and welcome to my channel. So, today in my weekly vlog, I asked y'all or posed the question about let's do chats with Kat, and I got some positive comments saying, yeah, y'all would enjoy that. So, I thought I would do one today. Why not get started right away? And I actually had something to share with y'all. So, Thursday night, about 10:15, I get a random call that went straight to voicemail, which is going to happen because I have my phone set up to do that. If you're not part of my contacts list, your call goes directly to voicemail. And so then I got a text message and it says, hi, this is Dylan. Is this Jolie? And I said, no, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. And they're like, are you sure? Like, I just met you and this is the number you gave me. And I'm like, yeah, you have the wrong number. And so in the meantime, I have an app that I can look up a phone number. And so I looked up the person that was texting me, their number. And sure enough, it did belong to a person named Dylan and then his last name. So I knew it was kind of legit, like, oh, he probably, was accidentally texting me. But it was late. And I didn't want him to keep texting me, so I blocked him so he couldn't text back. All right, swell enough. That was the end of the story, right? So then today, I'm, moving throughout the house, and my phone rings once, which means it went straight to voicemail. And then my phone rang again another time and went straight to voicemail. In the meantime of those two calls, I got several like 2 texts and 2 voice memos, like real quick and like rapid order. And so I listened to the voicemail. It's like, hey, I'm so sorry. This is Dylan. Sorry about the other night. Basically, I tried to call you. I was calling you by the wrong name. I was calling you Jolie. But now I know your name is actually Joni. And I said, well, sorry, but you still have the wrong number. Like, you're still texting me from the wrong number. But now he's on a different phone texting me. And he's like, no, like, I met you at Walmart. I said, look, you didn't meet me at Walmart. I don't go to Walmart. I wasn't at Walmart. It's not me. It's like, okay, well, okay, and in the message he says, I thought you were, just like I thought you had given me the wrong phone number, but now I realized I was calling you by the wrong name. So he's still thinking that it was his fault that I was saying it wasn't me, but it wasn't his fault. He's like, I thought maybe you gave me the wrong number. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure that whoever Joni is, that she did give you the wrong number because I'm not Joni, and you're still calling me. You're still trying to text me, and it's not me. And he's like, oh, but I'm on my sister's number because you blocked me. And I said, yes, I did block you, and you're still calling the wrong number. It's not me. And he's then of course, he's like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, I'm sorry that I'm calling you. And I'm like, well, okay. So we finished the conversation. Well, I have an app on my phone where you can look up somebody's phone number. So I screenshot it, and then I narrowed in and cropped out the app, and I sent it to him. I said, look, use this app. And that way, if somebody gives you the wrong number, again, like, you can look it up and see who the number belongs to. I use it all the time. That's how I knew, like, he was a legit person, because that app that I use tells you, like, it's got like a scale rating, like low, it's a bad number. In the middle, like, it's potential. And then, like, oh, this is a solid number. Like, this is legit. This is a real person, so that you can know if it's a scam call or not. If you if you like look it up on that app, and I'll share a picture of that app. And it doesn't show every phone number, but if it's like a well-established phone, like, it will give you the name of the person that is calling from that number. It just doesn't do it all the time, but it will give you that scale. Even if it doesn't tell you who the phone number belongs to, it'll still give you that scale. And so he's like, oh, thank you so much for the app. He's like, I've been getting harassing phone calls from my ex, and I can now look up who has been sending me those messages or calling from those numbers. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, even though it didn't work out for you and Joni because she was playing games with you, at least through our conversation that I was able to help you. Like, I always say, like, no matter what life gives you, there's always some kind of good in, like, you have to look for whatever the good is. So although that person, Joni, was running games and he contacted me instead through our conversation, I was able to help him to give him that app, which I didn't even know. I don't know him from Adam and he doesn't know me, but I gave him that app. So now when somebody calls him that he doesn't know, he can verify who that phone call is coming from. And just thought that was cool, like how things happen. And we chit-chatted back and forth, a couple of more texts, and just, I could have been bitter. I was at 10:15 at night. Like, I blocked him straight away because I didn't want him to keep texting me back. As soon as you roll over, I feel like if you're in a group chat or you're like whatever, as soon as I try to go to sleep, another blasted text comes across. I got to turn over, get the phone back. So I blocked him. Like, we're done. It's not me. Stop calling. We're done. But then as the conversation goes on, and then I guess the girl really wasn't somebody that he wanted to talk to, it was his brother. And so he's like, well, I'm glad that that we didn't get the girl's number, because apparently, she wouldn't be good for my brother, in other words. So anyway, you always just kind of got to look, even though, life's a mess and things are going bad, or, sometimes we just get in situations, but there's always something good that we can take away from it. And if that guy only took away that app so that he can, find out who's calling him and threatening him, hey, at least I got to be a part of something good. And maybe his brother was saved from somebody that wasn't a good person, or maybe she didn't know he was a good person, or what. I just can't imagine. I guess for her, I can't imagine giving just a random person somebody's number. Like, they're going to call that number because the guy was probably, sweet on her, or, she caught his eye. And so he was excited to call her. Like he said, probably, hey, what's your number? And I'll call you. So he had been waiting to call this girl, to come to find out that she gave him a wrong phone number that belonged to an innocent person, Like, why would you do that? Why can't you just say, hey, I don't give out my phone number. Like, I'm not giving a stranger my phone number. Why couldn't that have just been the answer? Like, why couldn't it have been just, I'm not giving you my number. I don't feel comfortable giving you my number. Or, hey, why don't you give me your number? And then if I feel safe or I feel like I want to, then I'll text you. But don't just give somebody else's phone number. I mean, I don't know Joni, and she doesn't know. I know nobody named Joni. She just made up a number, and it happened to be mine. But you know what? It's fine. I just thought I would share that little situation. You just never know who you're going to meet or how life's going to go, And then the other thing to chat with y'all about, so in my weekly vlog that I uploaded this morning, I told y'all I was getting a new heater, that I ordered one. It was coming today. Y'all, I messed up so bad. So, I mean, it's undoable what I did. Well, I went on the Home Depot website and I ordered this Mr. Heater 30,000 BTU gas heater. What I didn't realize is that there are two different kinds of those heaters. There's one that's multi-fuel, so it can either be gas, it can either be gas or propane. And I thought that's what I was ordering. And actually, I ordered propane. So the heater that came in today that I was so excited to get is strictly propane. So now I've got to figure out how to get that heater. And it is pretty big. I didn't take it out of the box, and I won't. Somehow I've got to find somebody with a truck that can help me load it up. It's not heavy. I brought it in myself. But we got to get it loaded up in the back of somebody's truck and take it to Home Depot and return it so that I can order one that is gas propane. That's so upsetting. As soon as I got it, like I seen the UPS guy in the driveway, and I don't go out, or sometimes drivers will honk and I'll have to go out and get it, but this guy didn't. He was out there. So I just went about what I was doing. I had been filming and, putting things away that I purchased and doing all the things. So I heard him when he dropped it. So I heard the truck pull off. So I went out on the porch. And as soon as I saw it in letters about this big across the top of the box said propane, I'm like, oh man, what have I done? So, anyway, I'm going to get that done. It got here really quick. I think I ordered it on Thursday night, and it came in Saturday. So, just got to get somebody to take me to go. It's big. And I can't really show y'all the box because it's got my address and stuff on it. And I don't want to mess with it. The box is kind of damaged, pretty damaged. Like there's a big gouge in it. Anyway, I can't show y'all because of my name on the box. But it's a big heater. It looks like it's going to be big. You know how sometimes the box is bigger than the thing, but it's good size. And so at least this week the temperatures are going to be in the 70s. So I'll still be good with my 18,000 BTU heater that I've been using I think I've been using it for 3 years. And I'll be good with that this week. The funny part of even having the Dearborn heater is, well, for one thing, I didn't even realize that Dearborn was out of business, and they've been out of business for a very long time. But that Dearborn heater, my mom and stepdad bought when they lived here, after my grandmother passed away, before me and my husband purchased this house. They bought it brand new, and it never worked. Well, I got tired of looking at it. So I put it in the attic one year, and it sat in the attic probably, well, me and my ex-husband put it in the attic. It probably sat in the attic for 20 years, 23 years probably, because we've been here 23 years. And I've had it down here for 3. So it sat in the attic for 23 years. And I finally got tired of looking at it in the attic every year. So I'm like, come help me get this thing out of the attic. We're putting it on the side of the road. Like, I'm tired of looking at it. It doesn't work. But it had been bought brand spanking new. Like, it had never worked. And why my mom and her husband never took it back to the fireplace company where they bought it, I have no idea. So me and my ex-husband on a Saturday afternoon, we started YouTubing how to fix that Dearborn. Well, it had to do with the spark and the igniter weren't matching up, and it wouldn't ignite. Y'all, when we got that thing going, we ain't never looked back since. I'm telling you, it was brand spanking new. Never turned on, not one time. Not one time. And so it's like old. And, well, I can't remember what year it says on there. Like, I don't know. I don't know what year it is, but we've been here for 26 years, and it was already here because they lived here before we did. They lived here for a while after grandmother passed away. My granddad passed away first, and then my grandmother, and they lived here for a while, and then they bought a home out of town. And then when they moved to their new home, we purchased this house from my mom and her 2 brothers. So that heater's old, but it is still only 3 years old because that's how long we've only been able to use it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed chatting with me, hearing my little story. Poor guy. I was so sad for her to play him like that. She could have just told him, like, no, I don't feel comfortable giving you my phone number. That should be enough, right? Anyway, I guess they're just young, trying to find their way in life, right? Anyway, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a picture of that app if it would help anybody. I use it quite often. If I keep getting a phone call from some, random phone number, you can look it up and see who it is, see if it's somebody you need to call back or if it's, just some rando. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this first chat with Kat. And yeah, I'll see y'all. Oh, tomorrow morning I will have a Dollar Tree haul up for y'all at the West Columbia store. Very nice, a very clean Dollar Tree. One of the best ones. Anyway, that'll be tomorrow morning. That is it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Become part of my friends here on YouTube. And I will see each of you in my next video. Bye, guys.